welcome back. I'm Kylie and today I'm having Kapoon. I'm sorry it's been so long, but grab your spoons, grab your forks, or grab your chopsticks and let's eat together. I can't wait. You guys, I spent all morning making my fried garlic that I like to keep on the side. And put in like different dishes and all that stuff. So probably like, I don't know, every 3 to 4 months I like to just fry up a bunch of garlic and fresh garlic and put it in like a jar to the side, kind of like, you know, you have your avocado oil next to the oven. And so I did that all morning. Oh my gosh, it took me like almost 2 hours. Plus I was at the same time making Kapoon, and I'm finally able to eat. I'm so starving. So let's take the first bite. And the noodles are al dente, so they're just perfect. So I haven't been uploading for a while because my life has been crazy and busy, and just, it's a lot to take in and a lot's going on, which I'll talk about later once things are like finalized. But ooh, it's just crazy busy. And I'm usually using different noodles. These aren't the type of noodles I typically use in Kapoon, but I found them and they're my new favorite noodles to use for Kapoon. So now I'm gonna use these noodles from here on. They're actually bun bu whey noodles, and I just think they're perfect for Kapoon. So it's 4th of July. No, this is not your typical 4th of July meal because you're supposed to do like the hot dogs and hamburgers and grill out and stuff, but we aren't close to family. My son is napping, and so it's just kind of like a regular day for us. I mean, we're gonna relax and spend time together and stuff, and I've got margarita, but for the most part, I just was really craving this and I just really wanted to eat it. I don't know if I'm gonna finish this big bowl, but I'm gonna try to. Because you know when you're like absolutely starving, your eyes are just like bigger than your belly? That's where I'm at. I hope everybody's having a good 4th, but still staying safe and healthy. It's such a weird time that we're going through because like no one really knows, you know, what's absolutely safe, what's not absolute, what's okay, like how can we resume our normal life and still take precautions. So it's just a weird time. And I kind of feel like everybody's not on the same page as far as like wearing masks or not wearing masks. You know, and the numbers are going up. We're hitting like a second wave of the coronavirus, and it's just uncertain times. One thing I hate about the 4th of July is the fact that my dog is so scared of fireworks. And I know why people do it, and it's nice to look at, but in my opinion, I just think fireworks are a waste of money. I mean, you might as well literally light your money on fire, because you're buying something that you're lighting on fire. So in my opinion, it's just a waste of money, but I get why people do it, and I understand it's 4th of July, but I feel so sad for my dog because she just totally wigs out. Excuse me. This always gets my nose running and clears my sinuses. And I know it's like way too hot to be eating it, but if you're inside in the nice air conditioning, it's so good. This is like a good pho, and Kapoon are like super good to eat when it's super cold outside, like snowing outside, because it just like warms your soul. It's like so good. I don't know if it's just because I'm like hungry, but last time I had Kapoon, my sister was here, and that was really good, but I think this one's almost better. I got a Facebook notification that reminded me like what I did last 4th of July, and my husband and I, last 4th of July, we decided to go to Toronto and see Bryan Adams in concert. So that was like the best 4th ever, because you know, I mean, it's nice to like have fun and celebrate with your family and stuff and just relax and hang out, but I mean, the Bryan Adams concert was so good and it was so worth it. And I always I had seen a couple mukbangers, like Kwang Tran, get fried chicken from Costco, because he lives in Canada, right? When we actually drove, because my family's from Michigan, and we dropped the kids off in Michigan and then drove to Toronto. On the way we stopped by Costco and we got the chicken wings. Oh my gosh, they're so good. Costco, please bring the chicken wings to the States. I have it in their like food court. It was really good. And quail eggs are so good in this. And if you guys out there are people who know how to make Kapoon or eat Kapoon, a trick is to not add the bamboo shoots to the soup to keep them separate, because then it doesn't spoil the soup and the soup lasts longer as leftovers. You're welcome. And don't mind me, I'm just gonna get a little messy if that's okay. So spicy. So good. Speaking of Canada, I follow the Dad Challenge podcast, and lately he's been covering what's going on with like Micah and James Stauffer. And dude, I am totally behind him going on this crusade to really seek justice for the adopted son that they rehomed. Don't come at me for using the word rehome, because I also find it sickening, because rehoming is really sad. Like, they just consider him like pretty much a pet, like you rehome animals. But those are the words that they used, so. If you want to check him out, he's hilarious and genuine, and just wants justice for this little boy. And I'm all about that. He's from Canada, which is why I was saying, speaking of Canada. Or he lives in Canada. The whole situation is so sad, and I mean, obviously, I don't know what it feels like to be them or know the full entire story, but right is right and wrong is wrong. And I mean, he's a human being who's going to experience trauma for the rest of his life because of what they did to him. Adopted him for essentially views, because they studied the algorithm of what was going to get them the most views and have their channel grow, which is quite sad. you know, when I started uploading videos, it was like kind of just like, for me, it's just therapeutic, and it allows me to like be on a set schedule and feel like I'm being productive and not have to pay a therapist, pretty much. I can get my feelings out and verbalize them and express myself. Like, this is just a good outlet to just express my feelings, and you know, it gives me practice to edit and use software and all of that. So it's just a nice, fun hobby. It's just sad that like somebody would want so much fame and fortune from this platform that they're willing to do anything, even if it means negatively affecting somebody's life. I mean, they brought this poor boy who was from China in an orphanage, like, to a whole new country, didn't understand the language, was essentially with strangers. Made him, you know, trust them, and didn't really provide enough for him to thrive, because, you know, they wanted to film and all that, which I get that it's, oh my gosh, like, I just have a mukbang channel and I only have 2 kids. I mean, they had 5 kids. So, like, I can only imagine. Sorry for the fireworks in the background. It's daytime. Like, I don't get it. You can't even see it. Like, why? Anyway, it's already hard enough to film, like, when I have 2 kids. And, like, right now my daughter is in Texas with her dad. But my son, you know, is 2, and he's, like, he needs a lot of attention. We are still social distancing. So, really, my husband and I are the only ones that he interacts with on a daily basis, and he requires a lot of attention, and I would never want to neglect him, which is why it's so difficult for me to film all the time, because that's time taken away from him. So I pretty much only do it when he's napping, which he's napping right now, so that I don't waste the time away from him, because I mean, like, he's only gonna be 2 for so long. Like, I'm never gonna get this time back. So I'm so grateful that I can spend that time with him and be home with him full time, and just watch him grow. I mean, these are the most crucial years in developing a relationship with a family member and, like, a child. So I don't want to do anything to mess that up. And I get it's like their job to film and all that stuff, but it just creates like a disingenuous dynamic between the child that they're trying to, you know, acclimate to their new life, new culture, like their new home. Like, it's all around really, really, really sad, because, you know, they film all the time. So I don't know. Go watch the Dad Challenge podcast. It's really informative, and I really appreciate the passion behind what he's, like, saying, and the conviction of it, because he honestly, you can tell how genuine he is, and he honestly just wants the best for Huxley and, like, everybody else, like, that has been watching their channel. Like, they just want something good for Huxley. And I don't know, it's hard to redeem yourself after you've put on such, like, a perfect life, and then you all of a sudden give your adopted child away. So I mean, they had to have known that they were going to get backlash for this. And the little boy had autism, so, you know, it's already challenging doing daily activities and trying to live a normal, productive life with a child that doesn't have any issues. And, you know, you pile all that other stuff on and you try to film all of it, it just, I guess, becomes a toxic environment. I mean, for an example, look at like the newlyweds, Nick and Jessica, right? Like, they just had people filming them all the time, and they had just gotten married. Like, they were still trying to figure out like the dynamic between them living together and all that stuff, and it just, they couldn't tell what was like real or what wasn't real anymore, and it just deteriorated their relationship. So you know, be careful what you wish for people who seek like fame and all that. It just, it's not everything like you would think it is. And like, I mean, not that I would know, I don't know, but I also don't want to be famous. Ali Wong is a comedian, and she always says, like, or in one of her stand-ups, she says, I never wanted to be famous. I don't want fame. I just wanted more money for less effort. And it's funny because it's like, isn't that the truth, right? I just find it strange, like, people who actually like want to be famous. Like, nobody wants to be famous. Well, I take that back. The type of people I understand and that are kind of like me don't want to be famous. Because, I mean, what good comes out of it? I mean, they want to be famous because they want to make a lot of money, right? But yeah, like, the more money part makes sense, but why would anyone want to be just famous, you know? You just don't have the freedom to live a normal life. You can't go to the grocery store, like, you know, unless you're a good person, like somebody like Keanu Reeves, who rides the subway and just is a regular dude and is nice when people ask for his autograph or a picture and stuff. I mean, if you don't mind that stuff, then I guess I understand, but okay, I'm gonna do one more bite. Quail egg. Done. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, Have a happy 4th, and I'll see you next time.